The UFC and MMA attract fighters from various organizations, and they practice an art they enjoy. However, being an MMA or UFC fighter necessitates endurance and risk. The athletes risk their lives by practicing potentially lethal tactics. Everything has a price tag attached to it. Is the cost worth their effort? Who are the highest paid MMA fighters? And what do we know about Conor McGregor's extravagant lifestyle? Let us investigate. First, let's look at the highest paid MMA fighters. Starting us off, Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal, the first and only BMF champion, was on the verge of superstardom after his record-breaking knockouts of Ben Askren and Nate Diaz. However, after 2 consecutive losses to reigning welterweight champion Kamaru Usman, it's debatable whether his star power has waned. Masvidal's subsequent loss to former friend Colby Covington was yet another blemish on his record, as Gamebred is now 0-3 in his last 3 fights, all of which he lost lopsidedly. While his competitive performances were lacking, the veteran MMA fighter reportedly earned $800,000 for a stunning knockout loss to Kamaru Usman. According to www.totalsportal.com, his fight with Colby Covington at UFC 272 earned Gamebred $1.5 million in pay-per-view revenue. At number 2, Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira is the UFC's unofficial lightweight champion. He lost his title due to a weigh-in error that many believe was not his fault. Regardless, the Brazilian is an endearing figure to fight fans worldwide because of the difficulties he encountered on his way to the top of the MMA mountain. Similarly, Oliveira is one of the team's most exciting fighters. He is the most lethal finisher in UFC history, having won the most submissions in the promotion's history. This is something his previous 3 opponents learned the hard way. Oliveira met Justin Gaethje at UFC 274, submitting him with a rear naked choke to reportedly earn $1,602,000 due to a $480,000 base salary, a $480,000 win bonus, $42,000 in sponsorship earnings, and a massive $600,000 from his performance bonus. Before facing Gaethje, the Brazilian fought Dustin Poirier, earning $492,000, potentially $1 million to $1.5 million due to undisclosed PPV points, according to www.sportsmanor.com. And his previous victory over Michael Chandler earned him $875,000. Alexander Volkanovski is not left behind. Alexander Volkanovski, the reigning featherweight champion, is arguably the best fighter in the world. His last 3 fights were all displays of utter dominance, as the great has drastically improved as an MMA fighter. With his speed now being his most prominent physical attribute, Volkanovski earned $792,000, according to www.sportsmanor.com, in his thrilling victory over Brian Ortega at UFC 266 from a combination of his base salary, PPV bonus, Fight of the Night bonus, and sponsorship bonus. Meanwhile, the Australian earned a reported $1.712 million for his crushing victory over Chang Sung Jung at UFC 273. When Volkanovski finally faced Max Holloway in their highly anticipated trilogy fight at UFC 276, he reportedly earned $700,000, which is the result of Volkanovski signing a new contract that he claimed made him the second highest paid featherweight in history. As we progress, let's remember Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman, the only fighter currently challenging Alexander Volkanovski for the #1 spot on the world's greatest fighters pound for pound list, is on the verge of sweeping the welterweight division. As a result, the 170-pound kingpin has expressed interest in taking on the daunting task of conquering the light heavyweight division. While fight fans have yet to see Usman fight this year, the Nigerian Nightmare did record a trio of bouts in 2021 that netted him a staggering sum of money. Usman earned $1.04 million for his UFC 258 fight against longtime friend Gilbert Burns, which included a $600,000 base salary, $900,000 in PPV points, $50,000 in performance bonuses, and $40,000 in sponsorship bonuses. According to www.sportszion.com, the Nigerian's victory over Jorge Masvidal at UFC 261 netted him $1.542 million, while his hard-fought victory over Colby Covington in the following fight netted him $1.042 million. Moving on, Israel Adesanya, the last stylebender, is an active world champion in MMA. He is undefeated in the middleweight division and is set to face the only fighter to ever defeat him twice in combat sports, Alex Pereira. Adesanya's rivalry with the Brazilian dates back to his days as a kickboxer. His redemption quest against Pereira will culminate in a future UFC fight. While Pereira was transitioning from kickboxing to MMA, Adesanya established himself as one of the sport's most dependable stars. From 2021 to the present, the Nigerian has fought 4 times, main eventing every fight card on which he has appeared. Adesanya reportedly earned $1.74 million, including PPV bonuses, in his failed attempt to capture the light heavyweight title from then-champion Jan Blachowicz. The Nigerian faced Marvin Vettori when he next fought and earned $1.142 million. His subsequent fights were against Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier, who reportedly earned $1.542 million and $1.8 million respectively. Following that, Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier, a 2-time lightweight title challenger, has quickly become one of the most recognizable names on the promotion's roster. The The Diamond's rise to mainstream media relevance can be attributed to his two stunning victories over heated rival Conor McGregor. Poirier was set to face the Irishman at UFC 257, a foe who had easily defeated him previously. Poirier reportedly earned $1.021 million for shocking the world and handing McGregor his first knockout loss in MMA, according to www.cnet.com. The Diamond pocketed an incredible $3.6 million in PPV bonuses and $1.5 million from his base salary in their highly anticipated rematch at UFC 264, according to www.thesun.ie. Poirier earned $1 million in a losing effort to win the championship from Charles Oliveira, according to www.thesportsgrail.com. Last on our list is Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor has earned more money in MMA than any other fighter, past or present. The Irishman is a prolific trash talker whose ability to generate interest in his fights is unrivaled. The legions of fans that the notorious commands are as devoted as any, allowing him to make any event he headlines more profitable than anything the UFC can put on without him. In Abu Dhabi, McGregor faced the former foe Dustin Poirier in his long-awaited return following his dominant victory over Donald Cerrone. What many fans expected to be a comfortable victory for the Irishman turned out to be a shocking defeat. Despite his defeat, McGregor earned $5 million, $30 million including estimated PPV points, from his base salary at UFC 257, according to Forbes. When he faced Poirier again at UFC 264, the excitement was palpable, as many fans were eager to see how the two trilogies would conclude. Despite suffering a catastrophic leg break during the fight, the Irishman earned $23 million, per www.sportbible.com. Next up, let's look at Conor McGregor's lavish life. To begin, let's look at his lush garage, a fleet of cars that has a combined value of Rs 25 crore. First, he has the Rolls Royce. Among his luxurious Rolls Royce, the one with Conor McGregor's nickname and art printed on one side stands out the most. Rolls Royce gave McGregor a ghost with a matte black finish in 2016 to serve as the perfect canvas for the art. According to his Instagram post, his second and most likely preferred ride is the Rolls Royce Drophead Coupe. Moving on, fast cars. BMW i8, McLaren 650S. Conor McGregor's collection includes the BMW i8 and McLaren 650S. While he's not shy of flaunting his billionaire lifestyle, McGregor is often spotted driving around in these coupes, blasting loud music and announcing it on his Instagram. Following that, Cadillac Escalade, an ultimate status symbol in the USA. The Cadillac Escalade is often spotted tailing McGregor's shirtless cycling rides in the mornings. Despite reports that the vehicle has been seized in Ireland due to a lack of paperwork, McGregor continues to post pictures of the vehicle on his Instagram account. In addition to his collection, 3 Lamborghini Beasts including an Aventador. The ultra-popular and super-fast Lamborghini Aventador is one of 3 Lamborghinis McGregor has registered to his name. The car, secured in a neat lime finish that shines brightly in the daylight, is a demon on the road and has been nicknamed the Mutant by McGregor, and a Huracan Aveo, both of which are Italian supercars. But his Lamborghini collection does not stop there. Following that, Conor McGregor's Lamborghini Technomar yacht. Conor McGregor owns the 12th Lamborghini Technomar yacht in the world, which is 63 feet long. McGregor was adamant about purchasing the number 12 yacht as a tribute to his whiskey brand. The yacht is said to be worth around $3 million. Unsurprisingly, this is just one of his yachts. McGregor previously purchased the Prestige 75, which has 4 luxury cabins and cruises at 24 knots. McGregor first owned a boat, which he named the 188 after the weekly amount, 188 euros, he received from social welfare payments before becoming a major fighter. Now to Conor McGregor's extravagant properties. McGregor's primary residence is his opulent Irish mansion, which he inherited from his father. According to Bleacher Report, he spent $2 million on this magnificent mansion in 2019, which had previously belonged to Tasha Albert Reynolds. There are 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, and a games room on the property. Finally, holiday homes in Marbella and Las Vegas. Conor McGregor owns 2 vacation homes, one in Marbella, Spain, one in Las Vegas, Nevada, and a sprawling estate in Ireland. In 2018, he added the Marbella home to his property portfolio. It cost him $5.8 million and is close to Cristiano Ronaldo's vacation home. Please take a look at his Las Vegas residence for yourself. Conor McGregor, like all other fine things for men, has a thing for watches. He flashed an Rs 7.3 crore Astromnia baguette from Jacob & Co. before taking on Dustin Poirier in January. This Sunday, Conor McGregor will square off against Dustin Poirier once more, July 11th. I can tell you this, from what I can see, he's taking this fight a lot more seriously than he did the last fight. UFC chairman Dana White said in an interview with McGregor's website, "The Mac life he's effectively shut down. He's off in his world doing his thing. He reminds me of the old Conor McGregor, which suggests we may be in for a surprise." What are your thoughts on our video as the video concludes? Is there a UFC fighter you might have overlooked? What about McGregor's lavishes? What would you like to add? Please tell us in the comments section. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons on your way out. Until next time.